on a road trip and not knowing anybody. But Michael at P.S. Hayes, we favor each other, and I know you love him too.
Yeah, I love him. I'm trying to get him on the show.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. Got his stories. That's some bitch tell.
Well, the thing about it is, not to cut into your story, but the clarity and the recall that that guy has. He remembers everything. And I forgot half the shit I did, but he remembers everything.
And he was fucked up every night.
Not Michael.
Every night. But he loves his herb and he loves his booze.
Yeah.
He wasn't anything else besides that, but he loved his herbs and booze. And I'm in a car with him.
Yeah.
And Eddie Marlin is in the shotgun, and Jerry Jarrett is driving.
Yeah.
And Hayes is in the back, and he's
now Jerry Jarrett at the time. For my listeners, Jerry Jarrett is the owner promoter of USWA.
Right.
Eddie Marlin is his right hand guy.
His booker. Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So, but they were fucking top guys right there.
Yeah,
they,
sure.
had their own territory, and and that was always Memphis was always successful. The guys drew money. Those guys made money anyway.
Yeah.
Those guys.
I've been on the receiving end of some of those gimmicks they call paychecks. They weren't so good, but go ahead.
Yeah. So Michael, he's smoking cigarettes, right? And he's drinking his, he's giving me some of the beers. He's got a case of beer. So he's sitting in front and he's going, Jerry, he hates cigarettes. He goes, last time I was here, he so fucked me around on my payoff. And he blew the smoke up there. And he blew the smoke. And we talk wrestling. And, at one point, Stevie, he says to me, I can tell you're not in this to be a TV star. You love this shit.
Hayes told you this?
Yeah, he told me that. And that was a magic moment with me and him. And he gave me his phone number. Now, I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I've been in the business.
Don't be so hard on yourself, kid.
At the time, I'm nobody.
Yeah, I got you.
And he gives me his number, and he would call me back from time to time.
Really?
He would call me back from time to time. And when I go into WCW as the manager, him and Jimmy Jam, our tag team that I'm managing.
Jimmy Garvin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Two of the best talkers of the 80s.
Yeah.
And P.S. says, because he likes me, right?
Yeah.
He says to Jimmy, this guy's got chops. We start with our back to the cameras. He's going to talk for us. And I got my first promo with them. Oh, my God. It was a lot of fun on the road.
I'll never forget, I was down in WCW, and they were just starting to give me a little bit of a push.
Right.
A little bit of a push. And I guess I had the World Television title, which had won from the one and only Bobby Eaton, one of my favorites of all time.
Amazing.
So anyway, I'm going to go out there, and I think we're down in Columbus, Georgia. It's one of those towns basically where we are Macon, wherever. It was down there in the South. We was always doing those TV tapings there. And I was going to wrestle Michael P.S. Hayes first, and then later on, because we filmed about 3 or 4 shows back then.
Yep.
And then later on, Jimmy Garvin. And I was beating both of them. And it was like, those are two wily veterans.
Yes.
And here I was. I've probably been in the business 3 years, a little bit of momentum,
right?
Pretty aggressive in the ring. I almost felt bad, going over on those guys because I had so much respect for them.
Right.
And of course, Michael always had that quick left hand.
Yeah.
And he loved to throw that jab. And he happened to catch me right underneath the eye. Put a little goose egg underneath my eye. And I never knew if that was because, I was doing the favor or maybe, it was just an accident. He let one go and I was too close.
Right.
But anyway, just going over on those guys was big time for me. But again, I almost felt guilty going over them because I had so much respect for them.